Hello YouTube, this is Faisal Amin Shibat. Welcome to 5 minutes tutorial. So our today's topic is condition. So here are some example of condition: less than or equal, greater than or equal, not equal. So to check condition, we have to use if else and switch case in C#. So when we use if else or switch case, when we have to check any condition is true or false, then we will use if else. And when we have to specify any alternative blocks of code to execute, then we will use switch case. So if statement, here you can see the basic syntax of if else. So here you can see when the condition, we have to give the condition into the first bracket. So when we check, so we will check if the condition is true or false. If the condition is true, then it will execute the code under if statement, and if false, then it will execute the code under else statement. So what if there is more than one condition? So we have to check the first condition under if the condition is true, then it will execute the code under if, and then we have to check the second condition under else if, and if the condition is true, this condition is true, then it will execute the code under else if. And then what if it is not true? Then it will execute the code under else statement. So we can use else if more than once in our code when necessary. If there is any need to there is more than one condition, then we can use else if more than once. So switch case. So here is the basic syntax of switch case. So here you can see we have to give a parameter into a switch, then it will compare the value with the case, with the given case. If the parameter and the case value matches, then it will execute the case block of code. And if the parameter of switch case do not match with any case, then it will execute the code given in default. So now we will see the implementation in our program. So let's start the program. So here I am taking two input from user, then I am checking here. So I want to check here which value is maximum. So I am checking here if x is greater than y or not. If the condition is true, then it will print the max value is x, and if the condition false, then it will print the max value is y. So here we are checking if x's value is greater than x value is greater than y, then we will print the max value is x, and if the condition is false, then we will print the max value is y. So let's run the program. So I am giving the input for x and the input for y. So here we can see the max value is 36. So here we are comparing is 34 is greater than 36 or not. So 34 is not greater than from 36, so the condition is false. Then it is printing the max value is y, means 36. So here we can see the if else statement. So now we will see the implementation of if else. So we will compare three value and print the maximum value. So here we are taking three input x, y and z, and we will give output the maximum value. So here we have to check is if x is greater than y or not, and x greater than z or not. So here we are checking is x greater than y or not and x greater than z or not. So if x greater than y and x greater than z, then it will print the maximum value is x. So and means both the condition must have to be true, then it will return true and it will execute the code under if. And if we use here or, it will mean if any condition is true, then it will return true and the code under if will be executed. So now we will use and, because both of the condition must have to be right, true. So then else if y is y greater than x and is y greater than z or not. So if y greater than x and y greater than z, then it will print y, the maximum value is y. And if x is not greater than y and z, then it will be false. If y is not greater than x and z, then it will be also false. Then what will print? Then it will execute the statement from else. So here if x is not greater and if y is not the maximum value, then what will be the maximum value? Then the maximum value will be z. So here we will print the maximum value is plus z. So let's run the project. So I am giving output, giving input for x, for y and for z. So it is giving me output that the maximum value is 55. So here you can see here the condition is checking if 32 is maximum from 45 or not. So 32 is not maximum from y, then the condition is false, then it will execute else if. So here is checking is 45 is large, is greater than 32 or not. So it is true then, and y means 45 is greater than 55 or not. So it will return false. So it will execute the else. So here you can see the maximum value, it will execute the maximum value is z, then then here you can see the output, the maximum value is 55. So here we can so here we have seen the example of else if statement, if else statement. So now we will see a switch case example. So here I am taking an input from user and I will pass it through a switch. So I am passing x as a parameter of a switch. Then I will check, then it will check the parameter with the case, and if it will true, then it will, and if it is true, then it will execute the case statement. So I will print here dot right line I am in case 1. Then break. Then case 2. Then default. Why we have used break. So break actually, what break actually do is it breaks out the switch statement and return the program. If we don't use break here, it will execute all the case serially. That's why we have used break here. So now let's run the program. So here I am giving a input for x 5. So here, so first what here is actually happening. First the 5 is passing as a parameter of switch, then it is comparing with the case. So here the case here is 1, then the case is 2. So there is no case named 5, so it will execute the default one. So here I am in default. So we have completed the condition statement. So we have completed condition in this class. So in our next video we will learn about the basic loop, for loop, which loop, for loop, while loop and do while loop. So that's all for today. Thank you.